There is a secret, one so powerful, so underestimated, that it has quietly created more millionaires, launched more world changers, and unlocked more destinies than any book, formula, or fortune ever discovered. And yet, most people never fully grasp it. Not because it's hidden, but because its true power has been misunderstood. This secret doesn't require wealth. It doesn't require connections. It doesn't care about where you were born, what language you speak, or what failures haunt your past. It's accessible to the broken and the bold, the doubter and the dreamer. It sits in the open, waiting, and those who discover it, who use it daily, intentionally, reverently, find themselves walking in a kind of power the world cannot explain. What is it? It's prayer. But not the kind you've been taught to mutter before meals or sleep. Not the kind that begs or pleads from a place of powerlessness. I'm talking about true prayer, the ancient mystical gift that unites heaven and earth, that awakens destiny, that invokes the very presence of God. Prayer is not a habit. It's not a routine. It's a spiritual technology embedded in your soul, placed there by the Creator Himself. It's the most underused force on the planet, and it's been waiting for you. Real prayer is not recitation, it's activation. It opens gates, it shifts atmospheres, it breaks generational chains without making a sound. When you truly understand what prayer is, you stop approaching it as a ritual. You start approaching it as your right, as a portal to the Creator. Prayer is how Moses parted seas. Prayer is how Elijah called down fire. Prayer is how Jesus pulled power from heaven into the streets, into broken bodies, into hopeless hearts. It was never about eloquence. It was always about alignment. And that same force, that ancient fire, still waits in your own breath. You don't need a temple. You don't need a title. You need to believe. And you need to use it today. You know, most people treat prayer like a spare tire, one used when everything falls apart. But the ones who live differently, who rise when others fall, who walk with favor, clarity, peace, and vision, they treat prayer like oxygen. Because when you understand it, when you step into prayer not as a beggar, but as a son, as a daughter, you begin to invoke God's power into your decisions, your emotions, your relationships, your finances, your future. Prayer is the code that unlocks creativity. It is the signal that invites divine instruction. It is the cleansing fire that clears your spirit and reveals your assignment. The world may never teach this, but heaven has always known. The most powerful people on earth are not the loudest. They're the ones who pray. You don't have to search for power. You don't have to wait for someone to give you permission. The greatest force in the universe is already in your hands. You can speak it in the darkness, and light will answer. You can whisper it in your weakness, and strength will come. You can use it when you're lost, and direction will find you. This is the secret. It always has been. Prayer is not a last resort. It's a divine invitation. Use it daily. Use it intentionally. Use it boldly. And you will walk in power not of this world, because the moment you pray with purpose, heaven moves. God bless you, my friends. Bye-bye.